Good morning again. I want to talk about this quote unquote Chinese spy balloon that's traveling over the country right now. It's currently, right this moment, it's over top of Alabama, about 63,700 feet, traveling at about 120 mile per hour. But China has came out and actually denied any involvement with this balloon. And you know what? I don't think they're lying. I don't think it's their balloon. I have come across some information that makes it appear to me like that's probably one of ours. So here is an article. Let me go ahead and bring up the web view here. Here's an article where China had responded. They said basically it's not their balloon and that they wouldn't do something like that. Is essentially what they said, that they would have no intent. They said they're a responsible company. Try this again. They said they're a responsible country, will act in accordance with international law and have no intention of violating other countries' airspace. So that's what China has to say. Now, I'm not just going to jump in, oh, yeah, well, they're telling us the truth, undoubtedly, right? Because, I both know that that's not quite how it works. So let me refresh this page. So we got the latest information. And I'm going to show you guys how I do this. This is the FlightAware website. Just go to flightaware.com/live, and it will bring you to this page. On the right-hand side, you will see map layers and filter flights. We're going to choose filter flights, and we're going to take this left-hand slider here, and we're going to slide that puppy all the way up to 50,000 or a little above. There we go. We're good right there. 52,200. We're good. So now that we've got that adjusted, let's scoot that back in. And you're not going to see much on the board at that point because there's not much flying at that type of an altitude. So, however, you will see the balloon. And this is it right now over Alabama. Right here. And if you click on it, okay, here's the previous page. Let it load back. So here's the previous page where you see the aircraft. If you look there, it says 63,700. That's your feet. The 120 is the speed. And so that's it right there. Like I said, it's over top of Alabama. You see it right there. And what this is more or less the flight. This is more or less the flight that it's considered. And they're calling it Project Loon 617. Now, you will notice that this flight starts off near Santa Fe, New Mexico. Not China, near Santa Fe, New Mexico. So put that, a little note in the back of your head, right? As we continue on with our investigation. So what I did was I took and I thought, well, I wonder if anybody's talking anywhere about Project Loon 617. So that's simply what I did. I highlighted that and I clicked search Google, and it brought me up a bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about just real briefly here. So apparently, there was a conversation here that was being had. Let's see when this conversation was. About a day ago, okay? And it says, caught 2 Google Project Loon balloons. Let me say this again. Caught 2 Google Project Loon balloons taking off near Santa Fe, New Mexico, and they're still in the sky. H-ball 616 and H-ball 617. Although the Loon project was reportedly canceled last January, the balloons are still being flown. Nothing to do with China. Huh. And then there was a link down here to an article. Google spinoff Alia, something to that effect, salvages Project Loon technology for the U.S. military. Huh. Really? Project Loon was a Google Alphabet company for 8 years and wanted to provide internet for low connectivity areas with flying cell towers suspended overhead by weather balloons. It's sort of the same idea as a low Earth orbit satellite, but rather than a satellite in space, these balloons are only 20 kilometers in the air. Huh. So we know what it is. We know exactly what it is. What the media and the Pentagon and the presidential administration is doing is providing you with propaganda. Clear, blatant propaganda. Relax about the balloons, folks. It's nothing. They know whose it is. They know the score. But they still need to drum up support for going after China. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy? What they will push, what they will allow people to believe? It's madness. Shalom.